2 million years ago, your ancestors couldn't start a fire, couldn't speak, and would struggle to survive a single day in the wild. Yet here you are, watching this on a device that would seem like magic to them. This is the story of how we became human. It begins in Africa, where Homo habilis emerged 2.8 million years ago. They were small, standing just over 4 feet tall, but they had something revolutionary: opposable thumbs that could grip tools. They crafted simple stone blades to cut meat and crack bones, accessing nutrients that fueled larger brains. Then came Homo erectus, standing fully upright and walking vast distances. They discovered fire around 1.5 million years ago, transforming everything. Cooked food provided more energy for brain growth. Fire meant warmth, protection from predators, and a gathering place where the seeds of community were planted. These early humans began migrating out of Africa, spreading to Asia and Europe. Around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens appeared in Africa. We weren't the strongest species. Neanderthals were bigger and had stronger bones. But we had something unique: advanced language and abstract thinking. We could plan complex hunts, dream about the future, and tell stories that united entire tribes. Stories became our superpower, transmitting knowledge across generations and creating shared beliefs that allowed thousands of strangers to cooperate. 70,000 years ago came the cognitive revolution. Humans began creating art, jewelry, and sophisticated tools. We developed religion, trade networks, and complex social structures. We migrated out of Africa in waves, crossing deserts, mountains, and eventually frozen land bridges. We reached Australia 50,000 years ago, Europe 45,000 years ago, and the Americas 15,000 years ago. Everywhere we went, we adapted, inventing new technologies, new languages, new ways of life. We painted on cave walls at Lascaux and Altamira, creating the first art galleries. We buried our dead with ceremony and grave goods, suggesting belief in an afterlife. We gazed at the stars and created myths to explain them. We domesticated wolves into dogs, creating the first partnership between species. Then, 12,000 years ago, came the agricultural revolution. In the Fertile Crescent, humans stopped wandering and started farming wheat and barley. We domesticated sheep, goats, cattle, and pigs. Permanent settlements grew into villages like Jericho and Çatalhöyük. Villages became cities. Cities became kingdoms. Kingdoms became empires. With agriculture came food surpluses, which meant some people could specialize, becoming craftsmen, priests, soldiers, scribes. Writing was invented in Mesopotamia 5,000 years ago, allowing knowledge to be stored outside human memory. The wheel revolutionized transportation. Bronze and iron changed warfare and tools. Civilizations rose along rivers: the Nile, Tigris, Euphrates, Indus, and Yellow River. Egypt built pyramids. Babylon created law codes. Greece invented democracy and philosophy. Rome built roads and aqueducts across an empire. But progress wasn't linear. Civilizations collapsed. The Bronze Age ended in catastrophe. Rome fell. Dark Ages followed Golden Ages. Yet knowledge persisted, transmitted through books, teachers, and stories. The Islamic Golden Age preserved ancient wisdom and advanced mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. China invented paper, printing, gunpowder, and the compass. The Renaissance rediscovered classical knowledge and sparked new thinking about art, science, and human potential. Just 250 years ago, the Industrial Revolution changed everything again. Steam engines powered factories and locomotives. Electricity lit the night. We harnessed energy on scales our ancestors couldn't imagine. Cities exploded in size. Life expectancy doubled, then doubled again. In the 20th century alone, we split the atom, decoded DNA, walked on the moon, and connected the entire planet through the internet. Today, we stand at another threshold. Artificial intelligence is beginning to match and exceed human capabilities in specific domains. We're planning to colonize Mars. We're editing genes and growing organs. We're wrestling with climate change and the consequences of our own success. From sharpening stones to programming quantum computers, from African savannas to Mars rovers, humanity's journey is far from over. We are evolution aware of itself, consciousness contemplating its own existence, stardust questioning where it came from and where it's going. Every smartphone contains more computing power than NASA used to land on the moon. Every human alive today carries the DNA of survivors who made it through ice ages, plagues, famines, and wars. You are the product of an unbroken chain of ancestors stretching back billions of years to the first replicating molecule. The question isn't just where we came from, but where we're going next. What will humans become in the next million years? Will we merge with machines? Spread to other star systems? Evolve into something unrecognizable? One thing is certain, the story of humanity is still being written,